It's over here. So it's really hot outside at the moment, and I thought because it's really hot and it's nice outside, I will do a book haul. I only bought 3 books. Two of them, one of them was gifted, one of them was in a book swap, and the rest of the books are from my library. So I thought the library books, I put them in there because you guys might be interested to see, what books you can get from the library, because I feel like sometimes people think there's certain books that you can't get, but you can. So I'm gonna go through all the books that I own that are mine, and then the books that are from the library. I'll do that last because why not? So the first one is Murder on the Lake Garda by Tom Hindle. I believe he's done quite a few books. It's kind of like Agatha Christie vibes from looking at this, and I got this in a book swap because at my local book club we do like a book swap every couple of months or so. So I traded in a book and I got this one, and I'm really happy because I love me some Agatha Christie books, and I love to find authors that have that similar vibe, because once you read all of her books, once you've read all of them, I think I've read like probably 90% of her books now. There might be like a couple that I've not read yet, but like I've read like majority of them. Once you've read all of hers, I feel like I need to like find newer authors that are similar. I know Dorothy L. Sayers, she's similar author to Agatha Christie, but I've only read a couple of her books, but I need to read them in order. So yeah, I don't really know too much about this, but it kind of gives a vibe of like almost like Death on the Nile or Evil Under the Sun, like they're on a holiday and something happens and there's a murder, and then you've got to solve the mystery. So yeah, and if I enjoy this book, then I will definitely have a look at all his other books. So yeah, the next one is Nevernight by J. Christoph. I believe he is like an Australian author. He tends to write fantasy books, I believe. I've read one of his books. I think I've read Lifelike by him, and the second book in that series like years and years ago. All I can remember from that book series is like one of the characters is called Lemongrass. I know it sounds random. And he also did like another series where it was like I believe it's like multimedia use, in a sense like when you open a book, it's not just text, it has like clippings and things like that, like text messages, emails, that kind of vibe. I can't remember what the series is called, but I know one of the books is called Gemini, but I don't know what the first one's called. But yeah, I feel like I'm gonna like this since I've read some of his books years and years ago. So this is book 1, and this is August's book club pick. So I'm excited I get to read this because I've read some of these books before and I get to own it. It kind of matches my hair like a little bit. So yeah. The next book is The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley. So in like the Daily Mail, they had like a discount thing on this book, so I was like, well, discount on a book, why not? I've read most of her books, but I don't think I've read this one. I can't remember. I might have read it, I don't know, it doesn't matter. I can reread it, and yeah. I'm excited to... Oh look, it's got Tom Hindle, which is one of the books that I've just like shown one of his books in here. That's funny. But yeah, I don't really know what happens. Oh, they go to a hotel in the summertime. But there's a deadly reunion. So I imagine like they all meet up and they're like people that don't know each other from the past and something happens. I don't know. That's my guess. Obviously it's a thriller because your girl loves her thrillers. The next 2 books I got from the charity shop because I was just looking around seeing what there is. So these are £1.25 each. So yeah, so the first one is Agatha Raisin and the Dead Ringer. I've never read any of her books, and this isn't the first book in this series, but I didn't want to start reading them from the beginning if I read one of her books and I don't like it. So yeah, I feel like this is kind of like Agatha Christie vibes, but it's more like light-hearted and it's a little bit funnier. I don't really know, but yeah. But if I enjoy it, I might just read the first book and then read it in order, but I'll probably do it from the library because I think this is book 29 and I don't know how many of the books are in total, and I don't think I would want to buy all the books. That's too many books to get. But yeah, I feel like this one is like, it's a village mystery, and then yeah, that's all I know really, but I think she's supposed to be good. I know she's done other series as well as the Agatha Raisin ones, so yeah. Next one is Haunted by James Herbert. I've read some of his books before, like the Magic Carpet? No, the Magic Cottage. And I know I read one not that long ago from the library, like Haunted Sleuth or something. Saw this for £1.25, and I don't think I've read this one. I know there's a book called Ash that I think I've read, but I don't think that's the first book in the series. I believe this one might be the first in the series. I'm not sure. But I just saw it and it was £1.25, and I do like James Herbert's books, and you can't say no when it's £1.25. like that's like, you know, yeah. So the next stack of books are books from the library. I'll show you the book that I'm currently reading at the moment. So this is a buster because this book has just come out this year, and it's called The Daughter by T.M. Logan. So you can get new release books at the library. You just gotta, you know, either hunt for them or be lucky like me and just put it on reserve and you get it within like a week later. And this is a thriller book. It's also about a girl's gone missing and the mother is trying to figure out where she is because she's not at college. And yeah, that's really all I know at the moment. I'm only 200 pages in, so I think I'm at the point where they're like trying to investigate a bit more and figure out where she is. So I can't say too much, but I'm enjoying it, and I do like a lot of Tim Logan's books. I've not read all of his books, but I've read quite a lot, and I feel like he is a good newish go-to thriller author for me. Like, it's like one of the recent authors that I really enjoy. So yeah, if you've not read this, I feel like if you read The Dream Home and The Holiday first by him, because those are quite good, and yeah, maybe read this next. So yeah, next one is Half King by Joe Abercrombie. Abercrombie, not Applecrombie. So this is like a YA fantasy series. I don't really know too much about it. I know that he's done another series. I don't know what it's called, but I think I tried to read the first book in his other like most popular series before, and I just couldn't get into it. I don't know if it was just not right for me, or it just wasn't a good time for me to read that book. And I do want to reread it because I do want to get back into fantasy. Like, I haven't read many fantasy novels in a very long time, and I used to read them a lot because that was popular, you know, back in the day. And I believe this is like a young adult fantasy series, so I feel like if I start there, at least, you know, it slowly eases myself into it, and then if I really enjoy this series, then I can then read the other one. I don't know what it's called. Let me have a look. It might tell me here. Let's have a look. Does it say? doesn't tell you what other books he's done, but I'm sure I can figure it out. I can't remember what it's called. I know he's done a really popular fantasy series that everyone likes, but yeah. Anyway, moving on. The next book is The Search Party by Hannah Richel. It's like a weekend murder mystery vibe, in a sense, like somebody gets killed one by one, and it's set in Cornwall, so that's nice location. So I believe it's kind of like a summer murder mystery kind of vibe, like they go camping somewhere and somebody gets murdered. So I'm interested to read this because I've heard good things about it, but also I didn't want to, buy it and be like, do I like this or not? So I got this from the library as well. So another murder mystery because your girl loves thrillers. And then the last book is 7 Days in June by Tia Williams, just because July's book club pick is Ricky Wilde or something like that. What's it called? What's it saying here? No, I won't say in here. It's like Love and Ricky Wilde or something. Her recent book that came out, I think it was either last year or this year, but we're reading that one, but I only have that on my Kindle, and I thought because reading that, I thought if I get this one from the library, it can give me some insight into her writing style and see if I like it or not. I believe it's a really spicy romance. I don't know. But yeah, I've heard good things about it. Maybe I can read this before June ends because it's 7 days in June. So yeah, these are all the books that I got recently. I hope you enjoyed this really nice chatty video. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.